there. I'm curious, what are you seeing around cold calling, and what are some of the other roadblocks that you're seeing people run into?
For cold calling specifically, you just have to get your data operations straight. And a lot of folks, surprisingly don't have, like, you can get a whole lot out of Zoom info, but a lot of folks don't have their fields mapped properly. So they're not separating the corporate line from a direct dial from a mobile number. And then those aren't pushing into the right fields and outreach, and they're not flowing into the right fields in the right order and ORM. So it's like a very basic recommendation, but like surprisingly, a lot of folks don't have that mapped. So that's like step one. And then if you want to get advanced, you need to consider, layering on extra vendors. And in terms of roadblockers, I think, if you're using like a standard click to call solution, it's tough to get connects. How many times have you done a call shadow session with an SDR and you're lucky to get one pickup, right? So you just can't get there fast enough. And I think folks kind of get tired of all that button pressing and dispositioning. And that's why power dialers are rad, right? Because it automates away all the not awesome button pressing, and you just get that many more conversations, which improves your skill building and your script effectiveness and your ability to coach and all of that. And then maybe another blocker is like just that consolidation movement, right? Where folks are like, why should we buy more than one data provider? We already have Zoom info, right? So that mentality, I think, can prevent SDR leaders or sales teams from getting all the data that they need. So, to any RevOps folks that listen to this, get the requirements from your SDR leaders. They're intimately familiar with the problem, and you want to gather those requirements from the tip of the spear, because they're going to know what they need.
Totally. I mean, let's pretend you could hire Tony Stark versus you could hire Iron Man to do any job. Who's going to do it better? Aside from maybe like knitting or sewing, where you need like real fine motor and the suit wouldn't work very well, Iron Man's going to do a much, much better job because he's got all this additional equipment there to assist him. And I think that's kind of it feels like the age that we're in, where if you don't have the Iron Man suit, your reps are at a disadvantage compared to your competitors' reps.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the teams that are going hard on data operations and growth hacking and creating research efficiencies through AI, like, they're going to outperform the teams that aren't doing that. Absolutely. Yeah. And your SDRs and your AEs should all be wearing little Iron Man suits. Yeah.